Peace and blessings of Allah upon the most perfect and great of humans, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Quran, Surah Al-Anbiya, the Prophets 21:107, it is said that we have not sent you, O Muhammad, except as a mercy to the worlds. A great thanks to our great Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who left us a covenant. As far back as 1,390 years ago, he knew what would happen in the last times, in our times. How could he have known that? In no way, only from Allah. And this is absolute proof of his greatness, of him as the best of humans. He was the one whom Allah himself chose. All of his teachings were focused on the end times. He talked about how to make the world a better place and how to make sure that the end times would not come. He knew and understood what would happen at the end of his life and after him. And so he hoped for the last times. Can you imagine? He was talking as far back as 1,390 years ago that there would be a community that could stand up to what was coming. After all, we are the ones that he brought this information to. And his signs have been coming to us for 1,390 years so that we could be saved. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was so concerned about us, and today every Muslim is aware of the events of the Judgment Day described in the Quran. So how does the Ummah relate to this? Why is there a complete we have the Quran, which clearly describes everything, and one by one the harbingers of the last days are coming true. But the Ummah does not follow the Prophet's sallallahu alaihi wasallam words and wait for things to happen. Shaytan is so powerful that he shuts the ears of even those who hear and immobilizes so many people, and they just don't act. The Ummah must be united. Didn't our great Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam tell us so? As states in Surah Imran, ayat 103, and hold firmly to the rope of Allah all together, and do not become divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you when you were enemies, and He brought your hearts together, and you became by His favor brothers, and you were on the edge of a pit of the fire, and He saved you from it. But are we united? Has the Ummah fulfilled the words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam about unity? Can we call ourselves Muslims? Do we have the time and right to further divide? Right now, the Ummah does not attach much importance to climate threats. In fact, there are only two directions in Islam. First, there are those who follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, are loyal to him and follow in his footsteps and heed his messages. Second, and there are those who follow the Shaytan, those who follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They have not only recognized the signs of the last times, but they have begun to act. And if you have learned about the approach of Judgment Day, you should establish justice and choose what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam bequeathed. And the signs of Judgment Day are already taking place one by one, like beads scattered from a necklace. People decide the future by their choice, and it all depends on people.